Dobre noche. This is the Computer Programming University, and I'm trying to do a JSON transplant. So basically, OBS, which is streaming software that I use, offers you the ability to build up these scenes. Like right now, you're looking at a scene right now where I got my my Terminator. No, this way. Yeah, I got my Terminator right there. See the eyes? Terminator. I got my my Python logo in the background. I got my machine learning face thingy and circuit board in the background. I got rain, static, smoke on the subscribe right there. So this is all referred to as a scene. The thing is, this is a new scene that I just created today. It's a modification of an existing scene is probably more accurate. I had a similar scene before, but I made a few changes to it. So here is the problem. So I got my main channel, Fixed Protocol, and I have this channel, the Computer Programming University. And for each channel, I have a scene collection. So I have a scene collection for this channel, a scene collection for the Fixed Protocol channel. So I made the updates to the scene collection on my main channel. In fact, the only reason why you can see this right now, the scene that I'm in right now, the only reason why you can see it at all is because the profile is separate from the scenes, which is actually really cool that they did that. That's really awesome for OBS. Double thumbs up that you have that level of customization. So what that means, for those of you that aren't familiar with OBS, is with the profile you can save things like your settings. So for example, the channel ID that the software uses to live stream to a particular channel, right? So if I want to live stream on this channel, I can load up that profile for this channel. And once I click on that profile, now whenever I click on go live, I know I'm going live on that channel. I want to switch to another channel, switch the profile to the other channel. Then whenever I go live, it goes live on that channel, and whatever settings that I have unique to the channels, you know, they'll be updated. And then you have the scene collection, which is separate. So channel is really just your settings, like the ID for the channel. The scenes is visually what you see. So here's the deal. I have a channel profile for my main channel and a scene collection that I updated today for that channel. But now I want to have this new scene that I created on the Computer Programming University. So the question is, how can I do that? How can I transplant that scene from one scene collection to another scene collection? Now I can export the scene collection file. The format that it uses is JSON. So what I'm going to attempt to do here live, so this should be interesting. It might be quick and simple, or it might be complicated. But what I want to do is I want to, and just if it wasn't already clear, there are certain scene collections which are unique to each channel, right? So I can't just simply copy over my other channel's scene collection over here, obviously, right? So what I want is, I just want one of the be considered a scene. No, this is within a scene. Doesn't matter. that level of detail is not required for you guys to understand what I'm trying to do. I want to copy over a scene from one scene collection to another. Essentially what I want to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to export the scene collection from the main channel, which has the stuff that I need. I'm going to open it up, try to establish what part of that file has the relevant information. Then I'm going to try to extract it from that file and import it into the scene collection for the other channel. All right, so first step is I'm gonna need to, and shout out to my top subscribers, Igor, Mega Noob, Nick, CKKO interview. We're gonna have to put that back for a little bit. CKKO has some stuff going on. I just communicated with him recently. I don't want to divulge his personal stuff, but he's got some things going on right now he's working through. So he's still gonna do the interview, but that's gonna be delayed a little bit. Also, Chris, I believe Not Nice is his full name that he goes by. You've seen him on Joshua's channel, and I'll be promoting Joshua's channel much more in the future as well. He does awesome work. I want to help him grow, and I'm actually potentially going to be sponsoring his channel. So 2019, one of my objectives is I'm going to be doing a lot of sponsorships. So I'll be sponsoring other channels. I'll be looking out for channels that I think are, you know, awesome, bringing great value, and I'm going to sponsor them. That'll be part of my marketing initiative. So I am definitely on my list is Joshua's channel for sure. So we'll see about that, but that's a 2019 objective. Anyway, Chris, I believe Not Nice is on that channel, and he's going to be doing an interview with me next week. Awesome guy, programmer who has, I think, some great feedback for you guys. I think that you guys can learn from his story. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, let's get to it. So let me first of all show you what we're dealing with. So let me do a quick sound check. I made some tweaks to the sound as well. Let me make sure that didn't mess anything up. One moment. Looking forward to that. But anyway, let's get to it. So let me first of all show you what we're dealing with. So let me do a quick sound check. I made some tweaks to the sound as well. Let me make sure that didn't mess anything up. One moment. All right, looks beautiful. Sounds great. All right, so let me show you what the deal is. So here is, let me show you OBS. Let's put OBS on the screen. So let me switch scenes here. Where's my scene switcher? Where did you go, man? Where did you go? There you are. Okay. All right, so here's OBS. So let me show you exactly what we're talking about. So if you see here, we have, I can't change the scene obviously while I'm showing you because this is controlling what you see. I guess what I could do is go studio mode so I can change the scenes without actually changing what you see. So if I go to webcam scene, which is what I was just using, so you see on the left here, so that is the scene I was just using, right? And what I really want is this. You see this right here? There's this line that I have highlighted. This is a grouped selection of sources that makes up that scene. So if I hide that, you'll see it all goes away and it all comes back. So I want all of that. So it'd be nice if the designers of the application allowed you to right click and copy, and technically you do, but you can only copy here apparently. Whenever I switch over to another scene collection, the paste option goes away. So if I go copy and then I go to my scenes, I don't know how that's going to affect what you guys see. I guess that would be, yeah, that's the limit. I can't do that and not affect this. I can't do that and not affect what you guys see. Yeah, so let's not do that. Let's put it back to collection. Taking it too far. All right, so let me so you guys can still see this. Okay, so all right, so so basically bottom line is I can't copy this and I can't export it either. See, these are all my options. I can't copy it, can't export it. So the only thing I can do is in the top menu. This is where the scene collection stuff is. See, all my channels are here. There's an export option, so I can export that to I believe a JSON file. So I'm going to try to do that and see what happens. So scene export, and then let's put it in what folder. What folder is this? Put it in documents folder, maybe. Documents folder, my documents. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, so I put it in my documents folder. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it up. Video output is low. I don't know why. I've been having a lot of bad streams lately where the stream quality gets really, really bad. And you guys might see buffering and stuff like that. My internet connection is good, man. I don't know why it's been doing that recently. I mean, I can double check my settings, especially the way I have it set up right now. I have it set for the highest quality, normal latency, best for highest quality viewer playback and higher resolutions. Minimal playback buffering. Low latency. Minimal playback buffering. Yeah, I don't know, guys. All right, let me pull up Notepad++ and let's take a look at what this file looks like. Notepad++, I highly recommend. I've used Notepad++ for a very, very long time. It is an awesome application for, it's basically a Windows text editor. You're gonna see it in just a moment. I'm just gonna open up this file, but yeah, Notepad++ is awesome. Love it, love it, love it, love it, want more of it. Love it, love it, love it, want more of it. All right, so let's man, I gotta get my screen game. I need to upgrade my graphics card so that I can have more than 2 monitors like I used to. Because if you guys may have heard before, I mentioned that one of my video outputs is being used for the Oculus virtual reality. So that limits me to only 2 monitors right now, which is kind of cramped when I'm doing live streaming. The other thing is I want to set up, there's a what do you call it? There's a plugin for OBS that is uses WebSocket to push to remote, so I can use my tablet as my third screen, which would be awesome. Really awesome. That would really step up my live streaming game, but I haven't had time to play with it yet. All right, so I got the Notepad. Let me just make it visible now. Notepad++. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna do this methodically here. So this is the JSON file visible from within my Notepad++. And let's move this microphone up a little bit. All right, so, oh my goodness, why did this, oh, my headphone just cut off. Whoever just joined, click the like button as you join. It helps the channel, helps other people to know that I'm live so they don't miss out. Just click on the like button and also say what's up in the comment section. All right, so this is what the file looks like. So this is a JSON file, and I want to be able to copy relevant scene information so I can move it to another scene collection. So first things first, I need a strategy at which I can identify the relevant scenes that I'm looking to transplant. So let's start with the display labels that shows up in the application. So I can actually bring this over so you can see. And if you see here, what I'm looking for, let's go back to studio mode so we don't mess it up. Oh no, we're actually, I'm sorry, we're in the right mode. So if we look here, the scene in question is webcam only, and all the stuff that I want is under a group called rain scene. So that might be there might be a corresponding block in a JSON file that says rain scene and everything underneath it. That might be how it's organized. Or that seems logical. Yeah, I don't know how else it would do it. I mean, there's other ways that support, but I'm assuming there's a block called rain scene, and under that block has these sources with the details or parameters for each scene. That's my guess. So let's look for rain scene. That's what we're gonna start with. Let's look and see if we can find rain scene in there. Rain scene, where are you? See, I am wasting time moving windows around again. I'm telling you, I'm cramped with these. 2 screens is not enough to do this kind of stuff. Because right now I can't see the, you know what I can do? Oh, I forgot, I already have the stream on my tablet. So I can monitor the chat room, even though I've got my usual lurkers that stop by and don't say hi. Sometimes they click on the like button, which is awesome. But otherwise, they just sit here and listen to me and don't say anything because they're shy. Or maybe they can't even see or hear me because it says video output low. What am I supposed to do about this? What are you doing to me, YouTube? What is this? Refreshing my browser just in case it's some flaws. I mean, that makes no sense. I'm watching the live stream right now on my tablet and it looks fine. So I don't quite know what your problem is. Whatever, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see it saying video output low and continue. All right, so rain scene. Let's look for rain scene, see what's up. Rain scene. And why is it still showing? What the hell is going on? You see, there's too many windows. I have the wrong scene, so you guys are not even looking at this. Let's switch it back to whatever, that's fine. All right, so here we go. Somebody else joined. Another lurker has joined. Let's see if they click on the like or say hi, or they're just gonna secretly listen to this live stream. All right, so the rain scene. Blame it on the rain. It keeps on falling. Blame it on the rain. All right, they had enough of this. They're like, what is this boring live stream? I'm out of here. Now we're down to 3 lurkers. So rain is not in this file. How is that possible? Did I not export the right scene? Huh. Let's look for something else. Spark. Huh. Okay, that's not right. What is in this file? Enabled flags, mute, input capture, deinterlace, webcam. Oh, yeah, there's a scene. So why does this not have a scene that I know clearly is there? So let's see what scenes are in this file. Let's start with that. So now we got five people listening and not saying hello. Where are your manners? Top. Maybe it's because they're saying nonsense and they're being filtered out. Let's see. Live chat. Nope. Just looking around. All right, so current scene. So we got webcam only. What? That's it? How could this be? What is going on? There's only one scene in this file. I'm missing something. And look at this. It's got machine learning, Python, TV static. Look at this. This looks like what I need. It's I actually don't have any. I don't think I've really messed with JSON files. I might have. I have mostly XML experience. My understanding is JSON is not that much different. So I'm hoping I can interpret this. But this is kind of weird. I mean, let's think logically. So I'm trying to establish, what is this block? It begins with curly brackets. I see hotkeys is here before the colon, but I don't think that's the name of that block, because you can see the format is like flags enabled. So that's a consistent format. You have like a name and value pair. So enabled value is true, flag value is 0, hotkey. Oh no, I think this is hotkeys, because there is no value here. It's like a Python dictionary type of thing. Yeah, right. It's quotes, comma delimited, colon delimited, lines ending in commas. Sort of like a dictionary, but not quite. And key value pairs. So key here is libos.hide underscore scene underscore item. Let's see those better. And then that has nothing. That's interesting. So what's the purpose of these things if they don't have? Oh, wait a minute. Hotkeys. Hotkeys. Let's back up and get some more context. What is this all under? Okay, so this is this begins. So this is all of this is under a larger group which ends here, and above that is, this is peculiar. So what is? So okay, that's fine, but this is beginning something. It doesn't have a label. What is this? What is this beginning? And then you have this. So what is this now? Is this somehow related? Let's go back to the top and see what the patterns are. So if I close this, okay. Oh wow, that was really slow response. How big is this file anyway? 227,600 lines. Hey, what's up, Taz Brown? Taz Brown is in the house. Good night, Taz Brown. How you doing? How you doing? Taz Brown, do you have any JSON experience? You can help us out. So this is one group. Aux audio device 1. Wait, this has 220. Wait a minute, that didn't process. That totally didn't process. This file has 227,000 lines. Oh my goodness. Wow. But how could it only have one scene? Makes no sense. All those lines and one scene. So I think the reason why this is called hotkeys it's some kind of, so the way this program is written, this OBS software is written, it's probably what they call the button. Well, the context of what I'm looking at is buttons. So meaning there's something, I guess here is the visual, is the display part of it. So in the GUI, you're going to see something with a label of CNBC. There's going to be a button with CNBC written on top of it. And if you click that button, see, that's the hotkey, I think. Clicking on that is going to do something. The hotkey, because you one click, you can trigger something. I don't know. That's just my interpretation. I don't know what else this hotkey means, because regardless of what this means, I know what it's showing. So what these are the various sources in my scene. So in the GUI, if I click on these, I can make them visible or not visible. So I can show you actually. So if we look here, so what those represent, I can actually show you those actual ones. So CNBC, I just got to find the relevant scene. So what scene is this? Well, I guess there's only one scene in there, right? That's what we found out, unfortunately. So webcam only, was that the one we saw? No, CWS something. What am I guessing? It's right here on the screen somewhere. Look at this lobby desk. I'm seeing everything. It looks like it has what I need, but it's, wait a minute, do I have it set to case sensitive? Is that what it is? Oh. Oh, dummy. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a dummy. The search in Notepad++ was set to case sensitive. So that means that rain is probably in here, but you couldn't see it because it probably begins with a capital H. I mean, it's past my bedtime. No, that's not the reason why I was. Oh no, it's still checked. Why is it still checked? Uncheck. Rain. Yes. Ah. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go back to square one. Now that we have the case sensitive nonsense taken off. So let's find the scene that I want, and the group is called rain scene. So let's see if we can find that. I knew that didn't make any sense. 200 and something, over 200,000 lines. And this is a scene collection file. Right, it's not a specific scene file, it's a scene collection file. It's gotta have all the scenes in there. All those lines, I know was in there. How are you gonna tell me it's only one scene? Illogical. There it is, rain scene. And it has an ID called group. Oh wow, I love when a plan comes together. 18. So group, this is a group. That's how this is created. If you want to put a bunch of sources as one, where it's a collapsible element, right, with a global visibility control. So you have an eyeball you can click on, and then all these sources go away. An eyeball you can click on, and all these sources come on, right? And something that can be collapsed down to one row and then moved around wherever. So basically grouping a bunch of sources. So what I'm looking for is called a group. And you can see right here, it has an ID value of group, right? So we know what they're talking about. Mixer 0, monitor level 0, muted, pause, private settings, push to mute, push to mute, push to mute, push to mute. Okay, these are just settings. Interesting, it says settings here, and then there's a bunch of things. So what are these called? I guess they don't necessarily have a name, or they're not named within the JSON file, but So let me see all the, so here we have a, trying to decipher this. Let me decipher this format here. So name Python. Let's see. I want to identify a block, a source block, right? So these are in each scene. It's a bunch of sources. The source could be a picture, a video, something like that. So I want to identify one source. So I know Python background is a source, but is that the ending of the source or the beginning of the source? Probably the beginning of it, which would mean that this is the ending of a previous source, even though it ends in a comma like that. Not necessarily. I think these all go together. And its position, this is the position of it. So is this where it ends? Yeah, I guess I'm getting distracted by the order. This could be located anywhere. Beginning, ending, doesn't matter. This is just the name being identified. So I'm gonna say this is the end of the source block. And let's see if we can find out where it begins. So right there. Items. Maybe each source is considered an item, and that's the first one, because see, above is like settings. I think settings is could this all be related? Notice above it ends in a comma. So I think this continues. I'm gonna take a guess. This continues. Group. Does it begin at group? Where the hell does this thing begin? All these are the buttons in that group. So is that all part of it? Hotkeys. What's all this stuff? Me DSLR. Where does it begin? Front desk flow. Okay, you know what? Let me look at what it looks like visually in the GUI. So try to get some kind of logic here. So rain scene begins with thumbs up, glove, and rain. So are they gonna appear in this order in the JSON file, or would it be in a different order? I don't think I saw thumbs up, glove yet. So if it's in the order that it's here, then it ends in Python background, or perhaps it could be inverted. But let's see if Python background and machine learning are next to each other. Let's see that. Python background and machine learning. Are you next to each other or are you not? Python background and machine learning. So they're not here as far as the hotkeys. Lobby desk. Lobby desk has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 So lobby desk is another group above. It has only 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, lobby desk is the only one with LCDs. That can help me to target lobby desk. So let's look up LCDs and see where it is in the file. So where are we? We're line 5000. Let's go to the top of the file and see. LCD. So there's the first LCD. So actually this looks okay. So lobby desk has CNBC, so these are duplicated for some reason. CNBC, LCD, LCD2, media DSLR, front desk flow tray. So this is all. So all of these are for the first group, but for some reason they're duplicated. I don't know why that is. Are they literally duplicates? Is there something different? So this says hide. Oh, hide and show. There we go. Ah, okay. See, and I guess that's why they say, huh. That's probably the value of the current state, I'm gonna guess. No, because there's one for each state. So is there a way to know which one is, how do you know which one is the current state? Is that not saved in here? Well, you got 200,000 lines in this file, so plenty of places to store that information. Yeah, the only difference between these is one says show scene and the other says hide scene. So you got the first group, show scene, well, hide scene, sorry, and then show scene. So if there was, if this file stores, which I'm sure it does, the state of these buttons, then that means logically it does it elsewhere. So let's see where else LCD is referenced. Okay, so there's a name LCD2, position, crop. So these are details about how it's been, if it's been transformed or not, if it's locked or not. See, it's not locked. So this is probably where they would store visibility. Visibility, align, visible true. There we go. So it's stored as a visible true. So what is that? I don't understand these hotkeys. Hotkey. Hotkey. Why is there something called hotkey for show it and hide it? And then down here we have this visible equals true. So I'm not sure what that means. Let me see where else LCD is mentioned. LCDs, LCDs, LCDs. Now loop back up to the top. Okay. Well, now that we got rid of the case sensitive mistake that I made, let's copy and RockShock 458. What suggestions do you like for beginners to learn artificial intelligence? Do you any best website for artificial intelligence or beginners to learn? Well, obviously obviously, the first and most important suggestion that I have for you, if you want to learn artificial intelligence, is to subscribe to Computer Programming University. So I'm working on a series. I have more videos coming, but I need to start doing this. But in the future, starting tonight, you guys always pay attention to the descriptions of my videos. I'm gonna have a lot of nice treats in there. And one of those treats is a really awesome artificial intelligence playlist. So let me actually show you that right now. I'm going to, 1 second guys. We're gonna do a quick show of a machine learning playlist that I have in just a second. Just a second.
With options, your entire strategy is based.
Click subscribe, then click the bell. Click the bell because you don't want to miss out on more awesome content that I'll be posting soon right here on this channel. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. We've been expecting you. Come aboard. Ba, 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 ba. The Love Boat. Ba, 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 ba. Love Boat. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so here's a playlist. Let me show you the playlist. So if you go to the main channel and you click on playlist, there is a machine learning playlist. There's 23 awesome videos in here.
Six lines of code is all it takes to write your first machine learning program. My name's Josh Gordon, and today I'll walk you through writing Hello World for machine learning. In the first few episodes of this series, we'll teach you how to get started with machine learning from scratch. To do that, we'll work with two open source libraries, scikit-learn and TensorFlow. We'll see scikit in action in a minute, but first let's talk.
Shut up, buddy. This is my live stream. We're not talking about machine learning right now. Not you, Raksha. I'm talking to that guy. Anyway, so there's the link. Lots of awesome videos. That's what I'm using to learn from. So you can take a look at that, and I'm sure you're gonna find a lot of great information in there. Now that being said, I want to see how many scenes are in this file. How many scenes are in this file? So current scene, webcam only. What? It's still not showing me any more scenes. Okay. Let's look for that only. What? Current scene. Current scene. Are you saying you save? You save a reference to the scene that was last open? Is that what that means? It's gotta be. This is the only line in here that says current scene. So that has to be. Rakshak. Why are you yelling? Rakshak says, how many hours? How many hours will it take to learn machine learning? How many hours? Rakshak thinks that I'm deaf. That's a tough question to answer. Depends on what you're looking to do with machine learning. And it also depends on how deep you want to go. Machine learning fundamentals. Machine learning fundamentals. I would say I would say 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how much effort you put into it, how much time you put into it. 2 to 4 weeks. Should take you no more than a month to have a good understanding of machine learning fundamentals. So you understand neural networks, classification systems or classifiers, cascading or cascades, unsupervised and supervised learning. What are some of the common machine learning libraries and how to use them? Concepts about efficiency in processing of images, which enable real-time potential. So basically process of elimination, and I guess cascades in particular is one method where you do a quick scan with a lower level of intensity to establish negative areas, or actually, to be more accurate, to establish a sort of minimum probability of whether this is a potential area that might have something of interest or not. So an initial rough assessment. What's the probability that something here is of interest? Not sure, maybe. Okay, let's dive deeper. Not sure. Nah, this doesn't look like it has anything at all. Skip to the next section. So that's just one strategy, but you should understand that problem and some of the strategies to mitigate that, and perhaps at least understand some of the basic algorithms. You don't need to know any algorithms to use machine learning. You should first at least know that they exist, the name of some of them, understand the basics of how they work. Without math, you don't necessarily need to know the math part of it. Just understand the basics of what they do. And many of them you can describe it without really any math at all. For example, you could say this algorithm looks at contrast gradients. There's one that does that, where it looks at contrast gradients. So this pixel is this level of brightness. The one next to it is that level of brightness. The one next to it is that level of brightness. What is the pattern? What's the trend in terms of these pixels? It's getting lighter. Okay, let's convert this into a vector. The vector is going to point in the direction of this gradient of changing brightness levels. And let's keep doing that throughout the entire image, and then create this this vector-based representation of the image. And based on certain mathematical principles or formulas or whatever, let's use that to be able to figure out where the face is in this image, if there is a face or not. So I think you should be able to understand on that level 2 to 4 weeks. Now, if I were to do a machine learning course, the next thing would be, I would say, so you focused on some of the common machine learning libraries, common machine learning techniques, and a little brief look at some of the algorithms from a, you know, high level. Then I would say you'd want to dive deeper into specific areas of machine learning. So that was a broad view. First 2 to 4 weeks, broad view. Then let's dive into specific subsections of machine learning. So for these couple weeks, few weeks, whatever it is, we're going to focus on object detection. Then we're going to focus on object recognition. Then we're going to focus on, you know, some other subsections of machine learning. Then I guess get into other parts of what it takes, you know, to make this stuff work. So, you know, building your own data. So you're gonna actually create your classifier file by processing thousands of negative or positive images and being able to convert that into an XML format or something like that. So you can use that. So things like that. And then I would say the advanced sections are diving deeper into the areas that you covered in basic details. So for example, so now we're in month 5 of this course, of this 12-month course or whatever it is. And what we're going to do is we are going to build a pretty, not super advanced, but a moderately advanced machine learning application. Certainly should build some basic things in the beginning, but when you start getting to the advanced level, I would say start building something more, you know, moderate. So let's build our own facial recognition application and give it something unique. Like maybe it can recognize gender, or maybe it allows the user the ability to customize certain settings to trigger how it looks for things, or let's have settings that can account for different lighting conditions, or, you know, something like that. And then just keep, you know, doing projects based on these different concepts and getting deeper and deeper. That's the way I would do it. That's the way. So, okay, so let's get back to this. And let me do a quick. This is vector based. How many hours? How many hours will it take to learn machine learning? How many hours? Rockshack thinks that I'm deaf. That's a tough question to answer. Depends on what you're looking to do with machine learning. And it also depends on how deep you want to go. You covered in this 12-month advanced, but a moderately advanced to the advanced level, I would say. And then just keep, you know, doing projects based on these different concepts and getting deeper and deeper. That's the way I would do it. That's the way. All right, let's get back on task. All right, so current scene I think is the currently selected scene. So I'm gonna assume, so this is all current properties. Current program scene, current scene. That's probably a studio mode thing. Because remember, in OBS, you have the ability to, you can have multiple states. Like right now, I'm in a single state setup where whatever's here is live. And that's the only thing. Everything is live. You only see live. There's no not live state. But in studio mode, there is a live and a not live state. So I presume when it says current program scene, it might be on the right and current scene might be on the left. So like I can change the scene, right? But I assume this is called the program. So these can be separate. So that's what I think that represents. Current scene. So let's look up the word scene. No, there's scene all over this file. Okay, let's look up scene. Let's assume that the separate scenes are listed in a similar format. So it's scene and then close quotes. Let's look for that. Rain scene, non-matching scene, OBS basic select scene, scene, select scene, scene. I think these are the scenes. Okay, let's be a little bit more methodical about our approach. I need, because we got to think of this like programming, right? Because let's say that this is it, and I have a good feeling that this is what I've been looking for. I think this block right here is a specific scene. See, it says ID scene, that's what it's called. So this is a scene block. And within that block, you've got mixers type. You have a name for it. So this scene is called main RT, right? You have, what is this? Alignment and all this kind of stuff. What is that relevant to? Main scene bound. I'm not sure what that is referring to. Is that referring to something underneath? Name video live. It's gonna be tough to see where this ends. Python background. Well, I guess let's be more logical. If this is a scene block, then the next scene block would begin like this. And just above that scene block would be the end of this scene block, right? So we could establish that scene blocks begin with this. Therefore, scene blocks end with this underneath it, right? So to find the end of this scene block, let's look for the beginning of the following scene block. That's my theory. That is my theory. And I'm sticking to it. So let's see. So I say the end of the, it's the end of the world and you know it. The end of the main RT scene is just above this. So this is the next scene called left. So No, that doesn't make any sense. Each line ends in a comma. The line above this scene ends in a comma, which means this is all part of the same block. All right, anyway, this is what I'm thinking. A better way to do this, to be more precise, because even if I identify the block, let's say this is a scene block, right? Okay, great, there's a scene block. Copy and paste it into the next one. The thing is, just like with a program, I have to consider dependencies. There may be other parts of this file that reference this scene, right? So if I just pull this out of this file out of context and put it in a new file, I might break the file that I'm copying it to. So what I need to establish, potentially, is all of the relevant pieces for each scene. All the pieces that are required for the scene to work, basically, properly. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new scene with everything unique. So that way we can better isolate what we're working with here. So what I'm going to do, I'll create a new scene called let's see, Igor Rocks. And we will add to the scene a single item. It's going to be a text item, and we're going to call it Igor Rocks. Actually, let's be smarter than that. Igor Rocks text source. So we'll name it what it actually is for even further clarity. Igor Rocks text value. Okay, and let's call this, just to keep it simple, Igor Rocks scene. All right, that's real simple, nice and clean. We have a single a scene with a single source. So let's close out of Notepad++. Let's scene collection, export, and let's put it in my documents. Let's do same name, number 2. Okay, and now let's open it up. Okay, so now we should search for Igor. There'll only be, every Igor reference we know is relevant to what we just created, the Igor Rock scene. So first of all, how many matches for this? Does it give us a count? There's 9 matches. So I'm going to presume that there might be potentially more sections than we thought that are all required. So there's a current program scene. And actually, let's test out what this current program means. So you notice it said current program scene was Igor, right? So if I change the current program to robot, and then oh my goodness, what an idiot. You guys can't see. I forgot to change the scene back. Let's change it back to studio mode because you guys can't see what's going on. Sorry about that. So if you still can't see, sorry. If I go to robot and okay, so will robot now be current scene? If I export while robot is the current scene, you know what? Let me get rid of the studio mode to keep it simple. So robot is a current scene, and then I'm going to export to scene collection. So let's export the scene collection. Let's take it to documents, and let's call it robot selected. Let's save that. Okay, so I want to save robot selected is going to be now the current scene. So let's open up that file. And let's look for robot current what is current program? All right, I'm getting distracted. Doesn't matter. But I am curious about that, but that doesn't matter for what we're trying to do. All right, so let's focus on Igor. Igor rocks, Igor rocks, Igor rocks. So there are 9 occurrences of Igor rocks. Let's start with the first one. Where do we first see Igor rocks? And Igor rocks only has one source. Igor, first occurrence. It's a current program scene, Igor rocks, current scene, Igor rocks, fade. Why does it say scary halls? I think this is something else because there's no scary halls. So see, that's the beauty of doing it this way. There's no scary halls in Igor. So does Igor end? Where does Igor end? Is this beginning a new group? Groups. It says groups. So are these all the groups? Group rain scene. Where do these groups end? See, this looks like this is a ending of a block right here. See, this does not have a comma. And it closes the curly bracket. Then it begins another section called group. I think in groups, each group begins with group. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, there's the first group. And what's this? That's outside of a group. Who is this? Who is this commenting on what?
The consequences are ridiculous.
Somebody commenting on my Planet Hop video. What? First 10 minutes.
For folks at home that are just listening and they go, what the fuck are these guys talking about? What is the name of this video, Jamie?
Make an attempt. You be the judge whether it's successful or not. I think that is all the information I was able to locate regarding the Hopfa. Beyond that, let me see if I can get someone who has perhaps more than half a brain to explain a little bit of this for you guys. So, without further ado,
What?
listen to a...
I don't understand these comments. I do not understand some of these comments. Anyway, so groups. Group. Group. That's a pretty big one. Group. Lobby desk. So here's a list of all the, so there's a scene order. I think I'm gonna have to finish this up tomorrow because this is gonna require a little bit of precision here. I'm probably gonna mess this up, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to add the group or the scene, but then I also need to add it to the list of, from the scene order list, and some other sections as well. Sources. Look at this. This Igor rocks. There's a text value. Nice. It was nice that I literally wrote that this is text value, so I know. So whatever the text is, it's stored there. There's Ego Rock source. Ego Rock's text source. So the location of it, where it is, the scale. And now we've moved on to something else. I don't know where this ends. Ego Rock's text source. This is no longer Igor. Man, this format is kind of funky. I may have misinterpreted what those commas mean, because based on these commas, the way I think they mean, this is connected to all. Yes, I guess it starts here. That's what I want to think logically, but then this block ends with a comma. So doesn't that say? Okay, that may be a curly bracket I think I know what that comma means. This comma is not the same as this comma. This comma ends the line. This is the delineation between curly bracket blocks. So that means that this block is definitely complete. But there's another block in this section coming up next. This is not the final block in that section. So this is the beginning of this block. So the Igor block is wow, it's more than one section. Sources. I guess this is the Igor block as a source. Igor block scene, but these are all the scenes. So this is the sources entry for the Igor block. Complete. I'm guessing. Let's do a new one. Okay. What else we got going? Okay, so these are other scenes. So let's get back to focusing on Igor. So that was the last occurrence of Igor. What the hell? Can't find Igor. Why is it matching case again? Line 54. So that was the last occurrence of it. And here is the first occurrence of Igor in this file. So this is in the middle of an Igor relevant block, because we see here this is not the beginning of a block. So that means we have to go up higher to see where this begins, I presume. Why is there input capture here? Oh, so this is the very beginning of the file. Begins with device, deinterlace. It's like all just general setting stuff. I don't know why this would be here. Hotkeys, mute, push to talk, unmute. Mute, push to talk, push to mute, unmute. Okay. Wasabi input capture. Current program scene, Igor rock scene. Does this end? Comma. Let's yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I need some more. Brain can't handle this right now. So there's a random Igor scene reference right here. Let's continue searching for more. Then it's here as part of the list. Then it's here in sources block. That's where the actual text shows up. All right, so my assessment is on the bottom of the file is the actual meat. This is the stuff we really want. On the top is like the list of scenes, but this is the actual nitty-gritty. See the output gain and FFP MPEG source. Color correct. So these are filters that are applied on other stuff. So this is the nitty-gritty. The real details I need is from down here. This is what the text value is. You go text source. But I also need to add it to this list of scenes where it says scene order, and just shift F3. And then there's this section here, which I still don't understand. If I search for current, whoa. I don't know. I think I did a brain fart. There's only one section that references current. It's got to be the scene that you left open. Gotta be. This is the only section that says current, and it happens to refer to a scene that I just created. Somehow I didn't save the current scene properly. Current scene is standby. Export. All right, so let's give that a shot. So I saved that scene, that standby scene. Well, I opened it up and then I exported while it was open. So if my theory is correct, this standby scene where the hell is the standby scene? Okay, here we go. Standby scene should be current now. In this file, standby scene should be current. It's not. I don't understand. I don't understand. What does current scene mean? Current program scene. This Eagle rocks. I don't, that doesn't make any sense. Oh. Oh. Okay, so let's make it main and main. Let's try one more test. So I have studio mode where I have two scenes open, because this may be only relevant to studio mode. The two scenes open, both to the main RT. So let's export. And in my documents, we call it main RT current. All right. Let's see what you got going. Main RT current. There we go. Now let's search for current. Still, wow. I don't know what that means. Is it the last scene? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that means. I don't know. All right, guys. I am super tired. My brain's about to melt down. I will finish this up tomorrow. I think I know enough to be able to do this, but I can't do it in my current state. I need to get some sleep, and then in the morning I will continue and hopefully actually be able to figure this out. So thank you for joining Taz Brown. Thank you for joining Rack Shack 458. Hopefully that playlist was helpful for you, even though you kind of vanished on me. Didn't even get a thank you from you. Should be ashamed of yourself. Thanks for joining in Rack Shack, and thanks for all the support, everyone. And until the next episode, this is the Computer Programming University, where learning is always fun, but sometimes tiring. But you got to put in the work. Got to put in the work. Want to get the benefits? Got to put in the work, and we certainly put in the work tonight. Beast mode active. All right, guys. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Hasta luego. Arrivederci. Bonjour. Bonjour.
With options.
Click subscribe, then click the bell. Click the bell because you don't want to miss out on more awesome content that I'll be posting soon right here on this channel. Welcome aboard. Buongiorno, salud, vigets, bienvenidos, hasta luego todos. I'm so excited that you've decided to join the team so we can learn together, grow together, and achieve our dreams. Let's do it. See you soon. Grazie. Learning, learning, learning. We gonna do some learning. Gonna learn.
subscribe, I'm telling you.